Looks like it's just me and you, Colin. If it takes as long as that first cycle did, I'm screwed. I was like, I have to stay here? Like, I understood I had to stay here, but like, I have to stay here? So maybe, actually, you know what I might do? I might be a bit spicy. Am I allowed to like, can I pretend like I'm Twitch streaming? Do you want to be my one Twitch viewer? Do you think it would be, okay, I feel like this would be kind of funny. I might open The Sims and stream The Sims with me in the corner and like burn, like make everybody and burn the house down. This is my throne as Queen of the STYX. I think we might see someone like CJ. I think maybe if he's not immune. Yeah, I got the vibe that they wouldn't mind to have voted him out, but he was immune. I think now that they've got rid of 1, 3 feel a little bit safer from a minority tribe. They've got really no chance of even flipping anyone now. Ben has obviously got some kind of agreement with Bloody as 2 big targets not to go after each other. I think CJ or maybe Jocelyn, because Jocelyn doesn't really give many people much, to be honest. I love her, but she doesn't give people much. Can I finally mess with like some of the stuff on here now? Because I've been curious as to what like this is. Oh, period. Oh, this is more like me. I have yellow lips. Oh, period. What do you think of my look? I also love being first because you really do set the tone. Because I can make them, well, not like I can make them feel however I want them to feel, but I can be like, that's what they did to you. That's fucked up. I'm gonna be like, yo, like, we should have such like angry jury speeches. You will suck. Actually, that was kind of just my exit speech. And they were all laughing and like doing hearts, and I'm like, yo, I'm serious. Just because I'm sitting with a smile doesn't mean I'm not serious. I'm like, I'll fight. I'll never not fight. Some people just take it and they're like, oh, guess it's me. Nah, I won't do that. That sucks. I don't know how to act dejected. It's not in me. I do feel like I had a pretty decent read on everybody. If it comes out that ERON and Bloody are a duo, I'm gonna poo my pants because I really threw that one out there. It was like shit sticking to a wall. But I was just like, please. I just feel like she's, unless she does something big, I don't see any appeal to want to vote for her, which is what other people will find appealing in terms of bringing her to the end. Like if I was in that group and you had to pick, and I had to pick 2 people just to bring with me, I would bring ERON and I would bring. Part of me wants to say Tracy because older women especially don't get the respect they deserve. But I think I would say Jocelyn, because Jocelyn doesn't really give much to people. But I could see her really flying under the radar and getting close to people. Well, not getting close to people, but working with people, because those are 2 different things. I think people could respect that. It's difficult. ERON for sure. I feel like I'm a good talker, so I could out-talk quite a few people. But that's not the case for everybody else. I'll tell you what, I'd mostly be afraid of bringing Antonio. Like I could talk all day about how Bloody is a big threat, but she's never going to make the end. I don't see it. Antonio, I would be most afraid of because he's very eloquent. I know Michael Brady. I have seen Michael Brady all around town. He is scary, but he's also lost a lot in final tribals. I've seen him lose because he's a bit cutthroat. And when he got most trustworthy, I was like, don't know about that one. Jenny is very open. Like, even in that tribal, she was like, just tell me, like, is there a name? She was just very open about what she wanted to do. And she has been very open with me this whole time. I really hope this isn't a boring, like, get rid of the minority. I refuse to believe that's what it is. I feel like those three are really going to make it quite deep, especially Ben. I can see Ben being like a fifth boot. My whole mentality is that if I don't win, if I'm not first, then nothing else matters. I would rather be the first juror than be the final juror. Like, because ultimately there's no difference between us. There's no difference between someone who went out first and the person who is second, because we all lost. So if I play a game I feel like can win every single time, I can't be mad at myself. So in terms of being loyal to a fault and the people I'm with, I'll stick with, you can't think like that. You've got to be fluid. And it's only really when I started to have that mentality, I really started to win games, or at least get close to winning games. I hope people will be sad that I left, just in terms of at least predictability.
Thank you guys for saying, like, choosing me over Ben.
Yeah,
I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I just had to vote your name because that's, you know, that's.
I promise you on both like and truly I recognize, and
because I wasn't a part of any of those conversations, so the last thing you know that you know so but yeah, like, I mean, I'm a free agent.
I know. Okay, beginning of the round was spent in a room with Ginny, and her and I got to talk one-on-one for a while, which was really nice. I feel like she is rightfully scared, but I did a lot of work to kind of reiterate to her that I am looking out for her. You have been absolutely upfront with me. I frankly don't care if you write my name down, so long as, like, I've known about it every single time. And I think you're just the sweetest person. I mean, the fact that you have the integrity to, like, stick with, like, a person that you truly, like, trust and believe in, to me, like, that is awesome. So I just want you to know that.
Thank you.
Right now, Jenny is feeling very isolated. And so anything I can do to kind of bring her into more people.
So, like, when do you think you guys would start, like, going after each other? Like, I guess, would it be after, like, the old tribe ERON is all gone? Or would you want to start making, like, you know?
I've spent the majority of my, like, post-merge talking to you guys. So it's just like this weird thing where it's like, I don't know, like the whole OG loyalty, I think, I mean, especially for those first couple of votes, is always going to be something that's hard to shake with the majority. But yeah, I think we're coming to a time where it's just inevitable. I think moving forward, I'm starting to get some alarm bells on Antonio. I don't think it's the right time yet to go after him, but I think that there is a world in which he usurps some of the heat that I've had in these last couple of rounds. Otherwise, I think we go for an easy vote on this next vote. I could see CJ being a pretty easy person to cut, or Tracy, because she just, like, didn't have any eligibility for votes in that first half of the game.
That temple was so intense. My name was thrown out by Ben. And I do get Ben's point, and I'm actually considering what he said. But sadly, we are not able to make it work due to unfortunate circumstances. I hope you can see this, Ben, and I really wish we could have worked together.
I was throwing shit at the fan and seeing what sticked there.
Yeah, he
I
sure
know.
did. Huh? Wow. I don't know. His last speech was a little compelling, though. I was like, I almost felt bad.
Mhm. I mean, he has a good point though. Like, I understand where he's coming from. Like, being from the bottom and trying to just fight for the last straw.
Yep,
Definitely.
absolutely. So,
100%.
I don't know. Eventually, I think yesterday it was the weakest link. I think today it's going to start being the strongest.
Strongest link. And now we are back to the strongest link.
I trust CJ completely in this game. I actually think I trust CJ the most at this point, so I really want to rock with him all the way to the end. And I feel like I would have a good chance against beating CJ because I feel like we've kind of played similar, but I've been more like vocal, so I feel like there's more of a resume. Anyways, sorry, I'm like shaking because I'm getting like, this is so exciting.
So what are we thinking of next? I mean, are we thinking do a power move, or are we thinking Jenny, or are we? I mean, like, I don't view Jenny as a threat, and that's what.
Yeah. Well, Jenny or Jocelyn, or we could make them move now. I'm honestly, I feel like there's pros and cons to both.
Yeah.
Because if we make a move too early, then it could backfire,
Yeah, I think so.
Tracy is obviously working with Jenny. That has to get split up like immediately. So I want to vote out Jenny this round. I want to make that happen.
Yeah.
Also, I'm seeing Bloody and Jenny are in a room by themselves right now.
No, here, I'll go.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that could be trouble.
Yeah, I'm in. The girl power.
Okay.
Yeah, Tracy, you got it.
You got this.
Okay, so yeah, everyone's like coming to me saying that like they really like me and blah blah blah. But at the same time, it's like, okay, like you can only like somebody and take them so far. So like if I'm so likable, they can talk about, oh, Jenny's so likable, we gotta take her out. I see I'm a lot. But so it seems like maybe I can try to sway people to start maybe looking at Bloody more or Antonio more.
Hey. I liked your answer in the temple.
If people are lying, do you think then there were people that flipped on their OG teams and voted the opposite of what everyone else thought they were voting?
I think it's possible because I'm starting to realize, like, when we're discussing, like, I know the people that are outright talking to me about who we want to eliminate are the people that I'm starting to be able to trust. Like the people that we are, like, I'm throwing out some names and they're like, yeah, let's do this. You know what I mean? And then other people, I'm asking them what they think and they're very vague. So, and they're not answering, like they're not giving me a name, or they're not, like I'm starting to get some radar on that and starting to worry if maybe I'm going to need to watch my back here shortly, Because
I feel that wholeheartedly, where it's just like you sometimes get into rooms and you're like, oh, okay, like, and then you feel bad, like you don't want to like leave or anything, but you're like, okay, are we just like not going to talk?
Yeah, are we just not going to like get any answers here?
I still don't even know who was that extra vote. I kind of am starting to believe Ben actually did vote Louise out. So yeah. I have no clue.
And and I definitely voted Louise. So I'm like, who is he? So who was that? I guess we'll find out during confessionals when we actually watch it together.
Mm-hmm. But it's something I'm not trying to like obsess over.
I think for me at this point, I would like to start being a part of the conversations. So then I'm not always having to like vote for you, Bloody. Like
and I agreed. And Jenny, like just so you know, like, and apologies for that last round. That was fucking weird. Like out of nowhere, there was just messages where it's like, it's Ben. I'm like, okay, are we sure? Mm-hmm. And I'm getting Ben, and I'm sitting there in a room with you and Ben. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't really know what to say at this moment. Like, I don't want to be like, hey, Ben, your name is out there. I guess I could have, but like, I don't know. It was just like, oh shit.
And I feel like maybe Bloody's like on purpose, like going and like chatting with me so I can't like really chat with anybody else. Like I'm like stuck in a room with her, so I can't like start planning. Oh my gosh. I feel like I still can't trust Bloody just because she still doesn't give me anything. She's very sweet, but she doesn't give me anything. I think maybe I should start talking to Antonio.
Jocelyn and I are tied for competition wins now.
Yeah, right? Let's go.
You
Next challenge.
You can't just say it's
Who's
just
gonna
me.
get it?
I kind of am cautiously optimistic about where I'm sitting right now. I really am liking the conversations Antonio and I are having, and we are both doing really well in competitions, so we can keep an eye out for each other. And then it also gives us, we kind of both also have another person that we can deflect blame to if we really need to, or deflect some attention to. So,
although honestly, on that note, I do think the three of us could do something very low key.
I would like that.
Because I just think that, like, for one, if there's a round of strike, I think it's going to be this round. That someone, like, people are getting antsy to do a move.
So I am definitely interested in making a move. I think I would be more interested in making a move on the Jenny, Tracy, Bloody side of things. I know that Bloody is the person that's out in front, but honestly, Tracy is the person that I think I'm going to have the hardest time working with, and I think that I think that she is going to be hard to sell on turning on somebody, and especially going to be hard to turn on Bloody. She, has kind of been like rah Bloody the whole time. So I would maybe be interested in Tracy or Bloody, with a slight preference toward Tracy, I think. Just because I think that if we backstab her by taking out Bloody, that she, we're not going to be able to work with her. I think that she would, she seems like someone who very much values loyalty and straightforwardness, and I do not think she would take kindly to being left out of a vote to take out Bloody. I think that I would like to be in the CJ Michael side of things, but playing the middle with like a Jocelyn. Yeah, I really need to start thinking about, if I make it to the end, what am I putting on my resume? I need to make some sort of big move.
I'm trying to see who's in what room. So Bloody's with Jennifer and Tracy, CJ's with Michael. Okay, so it's very funny because these are like, I think the rooms are kind of the duos/trios that are trying to pitch each other to me.
Okay.
Like, I don't know if y'all have gotten the same thing, but I've kind of heard that Michael is a little worried about Bloody, Jenny, and Tracy. And then Jenny, Bloody, I did get to hear it from Tracy, but those two have been kind of thinking of CJ Michael. So it's like a weird dynamic. And I think we're perfectly in the middle of it, and they don't recognize that.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Yeah, let's keep it that way.
I think I just laid some very good seeds with Jocelyn and ERON. We were perfectly split in our breakout rooms. It was me, ERON, Jocelyn in one, Bloody, Tracy, Jenny in another, and then CJ and Michael in a third. And I was like, this is pretty much how the perceived breakout of the tribe is, and we're perfectly in the middle, and they haven't recognized that. If we can use that, if it will work wonders for me moving forward, because I'm going to try and push Tracy. Tracy can kind of control the flow of the vote sometimes, just with her like dominating presence. No one's going to want to get her out. And that's bad because we're all vying for these seats in the finale. And if she has one on lock, that's one left that, I have to fight to get to. I think what I'm going to do is just go to Bloody and be like, hey, point blank, we have to get Tracy out soon. People think you're too close.
Oh my gosh.
What do you
That was intense.
While we have ourselves,
Okay, go.
What do you want to do?
I kind of want to do a power move. I'm not sure, like for you though, because we didn't actually talk during the merge boot. That's why I was like, I don't know who to vote.
Right.
But like this time I want to have like a plan with you, so that we can we
can message
what would be our
Messenger if we're not in the same room. We can message. I think Tracy and Jenny are super tight. I think we should get rid of Jenny if we can.
So I was in a room with CJ, my final two, by ourselves, and I was like, CJ, we need to have a plan. It's pretty obvious that Tracy and CJ at this point want to make a move. I want to keep the vote off Bloody for at least another round. because it just makes sense. Like, I'm just, people as Louise and Ben, as they've gone to the jury, oh, you guys are playing scared. You're not willing to make big moves. You're gonna let Bloody win the game. You guys are all working so close with her. I'm like, yo, you guys don't know the dynamics of our tribe. You guys think you know, and you're trying to throw shade like we're not playing the game smart, but actually we're playing it really smart. Because how many immunity has Bloody won so far? 0. Because she's good at challenges, but she's not unbeatable. Like, we have people that can beat her. She's not gonna win 4 straight challenges. If she does, then you can call me an idiot.
But the thing is, if you take out Jenny, then Tracy will be closer to Bloody.
Right.
But if we, but I think
we should take out Bloody now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm afraid though. But like,
yeah.
I mean, we're here to play, so why not?
We are definitely here to play. I just don't want to make a move just to make one. You know, we have to make sure the timing's good. Let's make a plan. When the host asks if anyone else has any thoughts left, if we keep our headphones in, then we're sticking with the safe move, which would be voting out like Jenny or Jocelyn. If we take them out, that means we're flipping into whatever the big move is that's being talked about.
There ain't no way I'm taking my headphones out. I want to do, they can call it a safe move, it's a smart move. And for myself, it's a smart move. Maybe for everybody else, it's not necessarily the best move for their games, but for me, like, having a huge target in the game that continues to draw all the heat for things that I'm also very much doing is amazing.
I don't want people to suspect us, you know, being like a duo. Like, I want our duo to be like low key, like they didn't expect us. So
I don't think they do. We should leave. Let's go to different rooms each and kick someone out. I'll go to the river.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I'm done with that plan. Okay.
Okay. See ya. Let's do it.
Yeah. See ya. Okay, let's do it.
Welcome back to the challenge grounds, everyone. Here again to compete for your individual shot at the Eternal Flame. So, now for a 3rd time in a row today, we will be bringing back another challenge from Season 1 called Target Your Nemesis. Here's how it'll work. In a moment, we will be sending a form in your team chat. On that form, you will get to ask 2 anonymous questions. These questions can be whatever you want them to be. All we ask is that you be respectful. In your individual production chats, we will then send you a name of one person you must ask a question to. They will be one of your targets. As for your other question, it could be to the same person or to anyone else in the game. On the form, you will first need to add the name of your target, followed by the question, and finally, at the end, you will then need to put your name. This is only for me to know. All questions will be anonymous. Once all questions have been submitted, we will read the questions to the players, in which then they will have to answer them. This season, we will not be accepting any dodgy answers. For each question asked, you will do your best to infer who asked each question. The player with the highest amount of correct answers will receive the Eternal Flame. But we have a twist. The winner will not be revealed until the start of the temple. In addition to this, this is also a blackout round. All right, we'll give you all a moment and then we'll get started.
Whoa. It's funny because I want to say Jocelyn right off the bat here. And part of the reason of that is because I don't know her game and I'm fully aware of that. But I do think that we at least have a very split and compelling game in the way that I think that there's just something really cool about the different perspectives of that. It means that like her game is not my game and my game is 100% not her game kind of thing. And besides that, I would say Tracy. Like, I don't know. Like, it would be just a nice full circle moment just to see us in the end together. And I'm sure that that's no surprise to a lot of people, but it would just be really cool to see. So I would say those 2.
Well, why do you win over Tracy?
Oh, I think Tracy would agree with this. I think Tracy is a bit too kind. And I think that people take her kindness, and this is their fault, but I think people take her kindness as not strategic or not cutthroat enough. And I think that they might be misjudging her. But I do think that would be a compelling case that I could make against her.
The very first vote between Bloody and Louise, no, I did not. I stayed silent. I listened to what everyone was saying. I wasn't going to sit there and be like, no, I'm not doing that when I was with 3 people from the other tribe. No, I did not confirm that I was voting Bloody, and nor did I vote for Bloody.
I think based from what happened to the first 2 temple, it's gonna be either Jennifer or Jocelyn, just because of people have been I think there's gonna be like a tribe division at this point, but I'm not sure who's gonna go home. But that would be the easy vote. Like based from what I can see, it's gonna be either Jen or Jocelyn.
Holy moly, this is a tough question. So I think I'm gonna go with Tracy number 1. I think she's a very straight shooter, and you can, she tells you what she's gonna do, and you can trust that that's the thing that she's gonna do. Number 2, I'm gonna say Bloody, because we've been working together for a while now, so I feel like I can trust her. Gonna go Antonio number 3, kind of similar reason, we've been working together. EJ number 4, we haven't been able to talk as much as we had wanted, but still somebody that I worked with in the prior tribe. Then Michael, and then Jocelyn, and then Jennifer. So I guess just like so Michael, trusting him last in my original group of people that I was working with, just sort of, who I've been talking to. And then I've had more conversations with Jocelyn since we've merged than I've had with Jen.
I feel like I could probably beat, sorry, Erin. I feel like I could beat Erin just because I feel like she has a lot of allies that she can rely on. And unfortunately, I've been, really fighting the good fight. So I feel like, I could probably beat Erin at the end.
Okay, so I apologize. I just wanted to clarify something. So if you and Erin are sitting at the end of the game together and everybody else has been voted out, the fact that Erin has more allies on the jury wins you the game?
Oh, I mean, that's true, but I feel like everyone here is like, they respect the game a lot, and I feel like if you're kind of carried to the end, I don't think anybody's gonna vote for you.
I think I share this sentiment with a lot of people in the game and would just have to say Bloody. I think she's been called out as a threat literally since the first or second round by Jeffrey. And she's still in the game. She still has these connections. She still has all of this social power around her. That just makes it very, very threatening to keep her in the game. So I just have to say her.
Jenny and I have had a lot of good conversations, but I wouldn't say that we're exactly working together. I think that, I have a lot of respect for Jenny's game, but I wouldn't exactly deem her as my ally in any way. I think that she's just, I just respect the way she plays the game. We're very similar in that aspect.
Is no one an answer?
You need to give some sort of answer.
I mean, Jenny, but you know, we've kind of had to scramble a bit today. So we've had less time to talk today than yesterday, for sure. We've kind of been like fighting the whole time for our survival. So definitely I still feel close to her. I think today has been more about like small conversations with people that I haven't spoken to as much before today. And, you know, Jenny's still by far the person left in the game that I've spoken to the most and talked the most game with, talked the most non-game with, so.
It's so funny because I genuinely feel like on a round by round, it's hard to kind of nail down like, oh, I'm definitely working with this person. I can safely say here, and you can check the record books, everyone will agree, I have no final two, I have no final three, I have no like finals, like whatever. I've been very much approaching this game on a round by round. I've had to, sort of, because my name has come up so much. So apologies if I like just go silent for a round, because it usually means that I'm scrambling, quite honestly. But that being said, I would agree. I think ERON and I mean, at least in this first part of the game, I quite like ERON. I think she's just a sweet person, and she's easy to talk to. And more than anything, I feel like she comforts me. So I would have to say that.
Pros and cons are, well, of course. Okay, pros, I enjoy working with her. I think that she is, I think that we've been allies from the start as well. She has been definitely, it's been some girl power, and we've built a bond on the tribe, I believe. And, and she's been, we've been together. We've been united. I feel that we've been united during this. It has definitely been a pro. However, a con is that she's good at this. She stands a chance of winning. She's a threat to me, and I'm very well aware of that. So it's that's a huge con in this, because I'd love to be top three, but I see her winning this. For sure. I see her definitely making it to top three if she remains in the game. I don't want to see her go yet. And, but if it comes down to it, we all have to, it's going to be survival of the fittest at the end of the game. So, and that's not personal. That's just the way this works. So. My favorite challenge so far has been the acting out the scenes in the beginning. I liked being the little old lady. I like being the little old lady chasing the people off the yard. That's been my favorite challenge for sure.
Damn! Come at me. That's savage. I don't know. I feel like I am playing my own game. So the time was since I started playing this game, I've been playing my own game. So the question to you is, when are you going to start realizing that I'm playing the game? Bang! How's that for a turn of events? Yeah.
It's fine. I'm definitely here for myself, right? First and foremost, let's put that out there. I would think everyone would say that. Playing both sides of the fence, I don't know. I think it's no secret who's been in what breakout rooms. I have quite honestly barely gotten to talk to Jocelyn, unfortunately. And I'm so sorry for that. I don't know how it happens, but it just never does. And then Jenny, I know that you and we talked after that vote. And I mean, just to be transparent about it, it is quite obvious that Jenny voted me in the last round, and we just kind of talked through that. I think that that's kind of the game. Tracy said it best in the last temple, which is it's enough about the vague bullshit, we get into these rooms and we don't know how to speak to each other, except for on our phones. I feel like I'm my mom talking to you guys, but hell yeah, I'm in it for myself. I would not say that I'm playing both sides. I would say that I'm just trying to be a human who's playing a game with a bunch of other humans. And that just so happens to be wanting to talk to people. So.
Well, that's a hard question. I mean, I think obviously Bloody, and then I think also maybe to a slightly lesser extent Tracy.
Who do I want to sit next to? Good question. Probably Michael. I'd like to sit next to Michael.
My biggest target still left in the game is Jenny. I feel like she, a few rounds ago, I heard that she said my name, and she clearly doesn't think that I'm playing very hard. So maybe this is like bad strategy, because she also said that she thinks she can beat me at the end. So maybe she's the person that I should be working with if she thinks she can beat me. But she is really the only person that I've heard say my name. So that's not somebody that I want here.
That was interesting. Some savage questions in there. Here I am asking Tracy what her favorite challenge was.
The interesting thing, I got asked by somebody, when are you going to start playing the game? And I want to just say, whoever that is, thank you. Because you asking me that question, I think just cashed my ticket into winning this game. I believe that they just set me up as someone that is not a threat. And on top of that, Tracy said she wants to sit next to me in the end. And I'm like, okay, these people think I'm a goat. They have no idea what I'm doing in this game right now. And I'm just gonna be like, okay, like, you guys are right. I'm not playing. I'm not doing anything. And then as long as I get to the end, I'm happy with it, because I know the game I'm playing and I know I'm gonna be able to explain it.
If everyone wants to do Bloody, though, I'll do it. I just, I don't know if like making that move is the right one right now, but if like we have to all be on the same page, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, CJ.
Oh no, I was just saying that I'm on board on that as long as we have like the numbers for that, because we don't want it to backfire like, oh, we're the only 3 people who voted out Bloody and then the rest voted out, you know.
And we need a backup person too in case she wins.
I'm just concerned about Jenny being in the game much longer. I don't know. I would personally, like, if it was up to me, I would say Jenny, but like, I understand why people want Bloody out, because like it's becoming the Bloody show, which is kind of funny to say it like that.
Yeah.
But
I'm all alone with nobody else. Here we got. Hello, Jocelyn.
Hello. You were all by your lonesome.
I was just singing that. I'm singing, I'm all alone with nobody else. So how do we think that went?
Today's challenges are brutal.
They're brutal. And we still have 10 quarters and a blindfold.
That's true. I forgot about that.
Yeah, let's not forget about that, because that's coming.
Oh.
Well, let's see. Who else we got? Let me jump around.
Okay.
All right. I'll see ya.
Bye.
Bye. Hello.
Hello,
Tracy.
Tracy, what are you thinking?
Oh, I have no thoughts. I was in a room alone with Jocelyn, and I'm like, she's not who I want to talk to about this. What are we thinking? I'm like,
yeah, I think we're thinking Jenny.
Okay.
Like, I think we're, take it down again. It doesn't seem like the right time to eat ourselves when we can't,
not yet.
like, all talk to get on the same page.
Yeah, I was thinking Jenny or Jocelyn. I mean, those are the realistic picks. So
like for the backup plan, because in case one of them wins the Eternal Flame.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, who should we be like our first choice, and who's gonna be our second choice?
Yeah, what do you think? Now, why are we going with Jenny and not Jocelyn, or vice versa? What do you think?
I was gonna say, for me, it's that Jenny has said my name and is.
Okay.
I feel like I can't work with her.
For me, actually, challenge-wise, I think Jocelyn has more. Is more. How do you say it? More threatening in that way. But in terms of like social, I think Jenny can like persuade other people to vote with her. So yeah, it's just
either between the two of them for sure.
Aaron, I think you're still, the other team is not, I haven't heard your name from anyone else. So to me, it seems like Jenny's on her own on this one.
So is it going to be between Jocelyn and I?
I'm not sure. Depending on how quick this round goes, it may, but I get a feeling that people are getting like big move-itis and are going to try and do something. So that's all I can say. We can't, it's blackout, so I cannot tell you what the others are saying, but there were no plans as of last round what we would do this round.
Yeah, absolutely none that I know of.
Okay. I'll let you guys know if I hear your names being put out there.
I appreciate that. And you've been so straight up, at least with me. So if I hear anything, I'll let you know regardless. But yeah.
Okay. I think I'm going to join. Another chat. And then I'll meet you guys somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Good luck.
Bye. Okay, real talk real quick. You may have to cut Tracy soon. Yeah, I don't know if we want to do it now or not. I just know Michael has been like feeling very unsure. He hasn't said anything like around a women's alliance, but he has said like he thinks you and Tracy are super close and able to rally people with you.
So this round in breakouts, since it was a blackout round, I felt really comfortable, quite honestly. And it was nice too, because I was able to talk to Antonio, who let me in on the fact that Michael thinks that Tracy is too close with me.
I do actually want to talk with Tracy because I feel like she was targeting those like wishy-washy answer things to me.
Was she? I was wondering what that was.
I did not respond in the team chat because I'm like, I'm telling everyone, I'm with the team. Yeah. But I didn't say it in the chat. And so maybe that's what it was. So I thought it was pointed at me.
That sucks. And I don't know, I'm still sus on Antonio. I think that he is starting to kind of plant the seeds of me going before him. But that just cannot happen. So we'll see how it goes.
It was just me and Tracy in that room by ourselves, and it was so awkward. And meanwhile, she just talked about how everyone that she can trust, she speaks to openly, and like she was like saying nothing, and I was like, okay. So that's fun.
Yeah, I think I've definitely heard people mention like making a big move. I don't know. I can't like sit here and be like, oh, it's definitely happening this time, because I don't know. I'm not talking to them right now. Obviously, there are two different groups without me, but
how are you feeling? I
feel like the perception of me, at least so far, from that challenge at least, makes me feel like I should start like maybe being more big move oriented, but I think it's not always smart just to make a big move to make one.
Exactly. Yeah, it has to be. Like you say, the timing is important.
But I don't feel super secure in my spot within that group, if I'm being completely honest. But I
definitely,
because Erin also put me last on her list thing in our original tribe, which concerned me.
Okay, so do we Jenny and then Jocelyn
That's our initial plan, Aaron, right?
Yeah.
To like either one of them wins, then the other one should.
And so CJ, after I talked to you, we ended up like after talking to a couple other people, they preferred that Jenny go and not Jocelyn, like in that order.
Oh,
so like
that's
if Jenny wins,
that's good to know.
Yeah,
like that's the shit. Is like every time I get to the temple, I'm like, who the fuck am I writing down today, though?
Yeah. Also, I kind of wanted to check in. I don't know if I'm just like overthinking, but when you were giving an answer at Temple, it kind of made it seem like there was someone in our group that was giving like wishy-washy answers. I just wanted to make sure like if that was me, that was potentially aimed at. And I don't want you to think that I'm being wishy-washy on purpose. It's just the texting and talking to everyone is kind of a lot.
It's kind of hard. I was just concerned because I'm straight. So like you and Bloody, like when I ask flat out, like, what do you think? I'm getting vague answers. So I'm getting nervous. Okay. You know what I mean? So that's all. But like, if you're, but now we're talking names and we're discussing things, and I feel so much better about it all.
Hey, Jocelyn, oh my gosh. Finally, I need to catch up with you. Sorry, I haven't talk to you for a while. So what I'm thinking is, like, I don't want either of you to go. Like, to be honest, like, I don't want to. So I'm thinking maybe Bloody this round. I'm not sure. What do you think?
Do we have the votes for it? That's my only question.
Yeah, that's why I want to ask you.
Because if we get split into different votes, then it's,
That's why I want to ask you, Jenny and Michael. So us four, I think because I think Michael and I feel that we're on the bottom of the GAIAN.
Okay.
So I think the four of us can work together. I don't want
my game, I feel like I am definitely on Tracy's radar. She and I were in a room where it was just the two of us, and she was saying like nothing. So of the three of Bloody, Tracy, ERON, my first pick would be Tracy, just because I think that I am more of a target for her from what I've seen.
This round is stressful AF, just because I didn't get the chance to talk to people about the plan. I hope that people are on board on voting out Tracy.
Hey.
Oh my god, good thing you're here. Okay. So
would you be open to Tracy?
Voting Tracy out?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's
I'm definitely open to it.
That's a bigger move, to be honest.
Is that something that's going down?
I mean, I think if we talk to Jenny, anything that's not Jenny, she's open to if we have numbers. So that's at least half. And then I feel like Tracy, we stand the best bet of getting like Antonio potentially to vote with us, or, out of the three of them, it's going to take a number away. And I think it's our best bet as a starting shot.
If this works out, it's going to shake the game up. It's going to make it more fun going forward. It's going to break up some of the lines that are so deeply drawn that nobody else stands a shot in this game. So we'll see. We had a lot of real quick conversations. I think CJ's 100%.
At this point, I really don't know who to vote for because we don't know who's the winner. So it's still up in the air, but I hope I can vote Tracy or even Bloody, just because I'm sick with the GAIAN strong. I just want to play my own game.
Before I get kicked out, they're CJ and Jocelyn and Jenny are all pushing for Tracy. They all just try to get me to vote Tracy.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey. We can't all.
Okay. I can. I can leave.
I don't want to do Tracy personally.
I so badly wanted to make a move this round, and with it being a blackout round and not even knowing who has the eternal flame right now, it just doesn't make sense. And I hate that. I hate that I'm staying the course, and I'm sure that I am going to get to the end and people are going to feel like I was just being dragged, which I don't feel like is the case. I am really glad that I was able to get it switched back to being Jenny and not Jocelyn, because I do want to work with Jocelyn. So I know I say it every time, but next round is the time I'm going to make a big move.
Yeah, so what do you think about Tracy?
Yeah, that's fine with me, Tracy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did Michael say Tracy as well? Is he kind of down for that?
He said he's open to it. I don't know where he's in a conversation right now.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I would not mind if it was Tracy. It's crazy that Bloody is like so protected and going this far. So I really hope that we can get Antonio and Michael to vote for Tracy. I feel like that would be the move.
Hi.
Hello.
Do you want to take a shot?
What?
Do you want to take a shot? Do you want to have some
alcohol
fun?
or not a person?
You want to have some fun?
I mean, I wish alcohol, but you want to start mixing stuff up and have Tracy.
Who would it be targeted at?
Tracy.
Are you okay with that? Because imagine if you break up Tracy, ERON, and Bloody.
Taking shots. So yeah, I think they want to go against Tracy, which I am down for. When I had a second alone with Bloody, I finally was able to say, hey, I think you need to cut Tracy soon. So I will just have to try and signal to her somehow in Temple that it's what needs to be done.
So
Was anyone else on board for that?
yeah, CJ, Michael.
Tracy is not going home yet because I think Tracy is very easy for me to read, and that's something I can appreciate. And I don't mean that as like a negative. Like, genuinely, I think she's very straight up and honest, and I would rather play with someone like that than Jenny, who holds out her cards to their chest. So people can think I'm not playing the game or I'm playing safe. I'm not playing safe. I'm playing smart, and there's a difference.
Hello, Michael.
Tracy, we have to talk.
Yes.
They're trying to vote you out.
Me?
Yes.
Why?
They're all pushing for it. Jocelyn, or Jenny and Jocelyn.
Aw, snap, shit's getting real. My name's on the table. But that's okay. It's Jenny and Jocelyn, and they're putting me on the chopping block because who knows why. I think at this point they are, it's between Jenny and Jocelyn, and Jocelyn is challenged strong, but Jenny is persuasive. So she's so sweet and cute. And so, we decided that Jenny first, Jocelyn second, depending on if one of them gets immunity.
But I'm worried that there might be a little bit of traction on it. So, but I straight up said, like, there's no way I'm voting Tracy here. So they know what I'm doing. So hopefully they get nervous about actually flipping. You should definitely make it clear who we're voting for, because you're their target. So you might as well make sure our side's on the same page. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're good. We're good.
I'm just going to call it out.
I know Michael, Aaron, Antonio, and CJ. If Aaron got to CJ in time, I think that it's going to be Jenny. I think we're going to get Jenny out of here. So better luck next time.
Welcome back to the temple. So this is now going to be your third boot of day 2. So let's get started. As we know, we just did the Target Your Nemesis challenge, and a winner was not declared. Well, I'm here to finally tell you that with 8 correct guesses, Antonio, you have received the Eternal Flame for this round. So we're just going to straight up start off with you. 8, that's quite a bit. That's literally half. How are you feeling?
I am in literally pure shock, because when I did it, I was like, oh, I have this whole elaborate number system. And I just circled numbers at the end. I had no clue what I was doing because I just started losing track of it. And the fact that I got 8 of these right purely by guessing is insane to me.
All right, so now with that, we're going to move on over to Bloody. Bloody, your name has pretty much come up every single cycle. And I mean, even as you guys have said a couple times today, Jeffrey even threw your name out during day 1. So how are you feeling coming into this without immunity?
It comes with the name, I guess. I don't know. I think it's quite funny, to be honest. I've been doing my damnedest to play a very fair, honest, and upfront game. And I think it's funny. I mean, you look at individual immunities, especially, I've tanked all of them. So I get the perception of me being a social player, but I'm still kind of bitter about the fact that y'all think I'm a competition threat. I'm honored, but I think it's kind of funny. But yeah, I mean, it's never a good time or a good feeling to not have Eternal Flame. But I am holding my breath.
Okay. Moving on over to the Target Your Nemesis challenge, we are going to talk to Tracy. Tracy, you actually got quite a few questions directed towards you. How does that make you feel when just, a couple rounds ago you were considered to be most likable?
A lot of the questions weren't very threatening, so I wasn't, I don't know. I don't feel I didn't feel overly targeted. Maybe I'm just not a very defensive person in that aspect, but I didn't feel like I was, being gunned for or anything like that. My name's been tossed around in these rooms, so I'm very well aware of that. But so maybe I am a little bit more targeted than I think. I think maybe that Bloody put a target on my back when she said about me and my niceness. So, but it is what it is. It's the nature of the game. But no, I feel okay. I still feel secure. So I'm not, I don't think I'm going anywhere yet. We'll see.
Can anyone confirm what Tracy just said? She said her name was just tossed around a bit. Did anyone else hear Tracy's name this round? Jenny, care to elaborate?
Yeah, I heard Tracy's name going around. Yeah, I'm going to be upfront about that. And I mean, when you're at the bottom, it's hard to like throw names out there, but like, you do what you have to do. And I feel like Tracy's like a really good player, and nothing against you, of course, but like, yeah, like when you're at the bottom, like you pick a name, and then if it catches, and if it doesn't, yeah. So yeah, I heard Tracy's name going around, and I might have been like, okay, yeah, sure.
So we've talked a lot about the teams just kind of sticking together and staying strong. So I'm going to kind of go out on a limb here and say that if you're on the bottom due to your team from day one, that would also make Jocelyn on the bottom. Jocelyn, is that true at all?
Everything that I've seen in this game so far, yesterday, a lot of decisions on our team at that time came down to what breakout rooms you were in. Today, it's coming down to what teams you were on. I have no idea. The other side didn't have split breakout rooms in the same way, so I think it makes sense that it would kind of keep shaking out that way. You have relationships built with people, and it's. I think it takes a little while to get to the point where you start thinking individual gameplay if a group can keep you safe.
So I guess with that too, if we look at, 6 versus 2 right now, what's going to happen when all of OG ERON is gone? Who's the dominant people on the other side? So is now the time to potentially make a move and use someone like Jenny and Jocelyn to make that move to get out a big target? And we'll go to CJ for this one.
Yeah, definitely. As you can see, like the numbers are like, going down in the other tribe. And I think that timing is also important. You want to make sure that if you're planning to make a move, or if you've heard a move and you want to do it, then you need to make sure that the planning, the timing is right, or else it's gonna backfire. So definitely, I'm also considering what if like the 6 of us are the final 6? So who's gonna be the next one, right? So you just need to make sure that you are thinking also not only for today, but also thinking ahead.
Okay. So then I guess also if, there are people that are more dominant, we had a question that was geared towards Michael during the challenge about when he's going to start playing his own game. Now if that is true, that gives me the indication that Michael's a follower, which could potentially be a good thing because then he's just dragged to the end, or he's not a part of the Cool Kids Alliance. So Michael, what do you do in this situation?
Go ahead and drag me to the end, please. Please. I thought that question was savage, and I thought it was pretty funny. I think everyone has their own perception of what's going on, obviously, but I think that question stems from, a frustration almost as to how this merge has gone, where, the original GAIAN 6 has essentially been picking off the original ERON. And I get that if I was in their shoes, I would 100% be like, do something, like this is boring, like this sucks. But just because it's not the big flashy or risky move, like voting Bloody out, that's been brought up over and over and over, doesn't mean that it is necessarily not the smart move. So I think there's a lot to be thought out and considered when making these votes. And I think that just because, there hasn't been these big flips or these big moments or whatever, doesn't mean people are not playing the game or playing it in their own way. So that would be my counter argument to that. And I do appreciate whoever asked that question, though, because I did actually get a good chuckle. So thank you.
All right. And we're going to end things off with Aaron. So with the questions that we just had in the prior challenge, did anyone discuss or was honest about the questions they had asked?
Not really. The only thing, Michael came in and was like, wow, that was savage. And here I was asking Tracy what her favorite challenge was. So that's the only person I saw, or I had heard that was really saying anything about it. But if I can speak to what CJ was saying about, the timing is important. And I think these blackout rounds make it so hard because it's like you hear something, like someone tells you that someone else said something, and without being able, and you're in front of a third person that you don't know what their relationship is, and it just makes it really hard to maneuver. Like obviously all 6 of us that were on original GAIAN don't think that we're, in the like tight whatever. Like I don't even know what that breakdown looks like. I think that people are, certainly not naive enough to think that they are or I will say I am not naive enough to think that I am going to be like the top person on GAIAN if we were to make it to the end. But at the same time, I think you have to pick your places of when you're going to make moves and when you're not.
But I guess on that note, does anyone have any final thoughts before we get to the vote?
I'm just a little curious. Of what the other name is, and if you guys are willing to tell me. Just because I know Tracy's name was out there, but that was the only name that I heard.
I did promise you, I did promise you that I was going to tell you. I just never got back to the breakout room. I have heard, and I don't know if this is true, this is what I heard last, is that it's you, Jenny.
Okay.
Yeah, my understanding, and from what I believe I told you, was that it was between you and Jocelyn. We were just waiting on who won immunity to really determine, but I do think it is falling on you, Jenny.
Is there a reason why it's me over Jocelyn? And then who decided that? No one's gonna tell me?
I can say, like, I certainly was more interested in having you out. You're the one person in the game that has said my name, so that does not make me feel very safe.
Okay, well, good game, everybody. Yeah, all I can say is, like, when it's time to make moves, I guess I don't know when you think it's the right time, but okay.
Please submit your vote in your voting confessional.
I think Jenny's the right decision, and especially since I know that my name was being tossed out there by her, and you gotta respect her her point blank, what names, why me. I can respect that.
And I'm voting Tracy just because that was the last conversation I had with Jocelyn and CJ. So if there's any hope, then Tracy will go out. But I guess it's gonna be me.
This is one of the harder votes so far. I do think it's time to make a move. And I do think you are the right move to be made, just because it keeps threats bigger than me in the game, but also weakens them numbers-wise. So I'm sorry to have to do this. I really did love getting to know you.
All right, once the votes are read, the decision is final. Person with the highest amount of votes will be sacrificed from the game. First vote, Jenny. Next vote, Tracy. Third vote, Bloody. That's 1 vote Bloody, 1 Jenny, 1 Tracy. Next vote, Jenny. That's 2 Jenny, 1 Tracy, 1 Bloody. Fifth vote, Jenny. That's 3 for Jenny. Sixth vote, Tracy. That's 3 Jenny, 2 Tracy, 1 Bloody, 2 votes left. Tracy. That's 3 Tracy, 3 Jenny, 1 Bloody, 1 vote left. And the next person sacrificed from the game, Jenny. Jenny, that is 4 votes. Do you have any final thoughts?
Oh yeah, I do. Can I say whatever I want?
Sure.
Okay. It was a really good game playing with y'all. I wish I could have played longer, but that's all right. Thank you, Prod, for, creating such a fun game. So a couple things. Bloody, if you get to the end, you're gonna win. I hope everyone kind of knows that and is aware of that. ERON, I think I don't think she's gonna win. So you can either take that as like a sign to take her to the end, or a sign to take her out, because that is kind of like a threat as well. Also, like if you guys, turn on each other, just start thinking about jury votes, because I think all of us in the jury are going to be very there's going to be a lot of strong emotions, and people are going to be advocating for you or advocating against you. So keep that in mind. This is your game now. And good luck, everybody.
Head on over to the Prometheus YouTube page for additional scenes and content.
I had a really good time. I feel like maybe I might be getting better at these orgs. I'm trying to understand my style of gameplay as I play these kinds of games more and more. But I seem to not be able to be as cutthroat as I want to be. I'm curious as to who voted Bloody, because if they had just voted for Tracy, it would have been, really cool. It's funny because I hope CJ is going to be okay. And I think it's time. I can feel that Michael is getting there. He's getting to the point where he wants to make a move. I mean, I just really hope Bloody gets out, because honestly, I hate that kind of control over people, but she plays a really, really good. So if she gets to the end, like I said, she'll definitely win, because that's just really good gameplay. But I hope Jocelyn goes far. I hope she makes it to the end. And I'm excited to see my other members of the jury.